So it's funny. I think that answer's changed over the years. When I used to go out and try to raise money, the people would ask me, "What's your edge?" And I would usually say something like, "Well, the data that I use is not data that a lot of people use. I'm taking this contrarian approach." Means, and while I believe that maybe gives me some edge, as I've started, I started this crowded market report a few years ago, and I've had so many people join, and I've been able to watch other people going through, and I talk to them, and I try to. It's really sort of changed my view on this whole thing. I think it's actually a lot simpler. I think that what my edge is, I'm very disciplined and I'm very patient, right?
Mm.
And really, what that means is I have a lot of experience. What I mean? That's all it is, right? I've come to the conclusion that, do I believe that what I do over time works? Yes, I better believe that. Otherwise, what am I doing? Two, the numbers have proven that. But I've come to the conclusion, like I always say now, I don't care what makes you want to buy or sell something. I really don't, you know? Um, but you have to be disciplined about it. You have to be patient about it, right? You're not going to buy something here. My macro view is this, so I'm going to buy this. Well, that might be your macro view, but don't buy that thing until the market is agreeing with you. Like, don't
Mhm.
fight the tape, right? It's the same thing that I do. Okay, I'm going to buy this thing because I think everybody is short. Okay, but I'm not going to do it until the market agrees with me. So I think it's those things that give me an edge, my ability to do that. And like Matt was saying, it's one thing to have a plan. We all know ride winners, cut loose. We all know this crap, risk management, da da da. But do you actually have the patience to do that? Do you actually have the discipline to do that? And I think as I go through it, and like I say, when I compare myself to a lot of the people that are on my thing and the way they do all their different things, I think that's really where my edge is. People say to me all the time, like, "Hey, man, you just went 7 weeks without making a single trade. How do you possibly do that?" I'm like, "Well, because I'm not here to make trades. I mean, I'm here to make money, you know? And if that's what I have to do, then that's what I have to do. And that's what process is so good. And again, everyone knows, oh, you have to develop a process and it has to have an, okay. But if you're not going to follow it, then what's the point, right? So again, how am I able to do that? Well, because I developed the process, because without a process, I went through a long time where I did what everybody does, make a bunch of money, lose a bunch of money, and get nowhere. So I developed the process. And then once I had a process and it was working, I still screwed it up by breaking the process, doing all these non-disciplined things. And then I learned that that doesn't help me. That only hurts me over time, right? So I got rid of that, So I think that's what the edge is at this point. You know,
And
yeah,
I
go ahead,
I
Matt.
would just follow up on that though, because same with me with Caruso Insights. When I started that, it was interesting. We started off, but like just learning to deal with people